Master Your Destiny on 99 FM.
Well, welcome to the MYD studio, gentlemen. It's so delightful to have you in studio with us to talk to us about your exciting adventure. Maybe we can start with introducing yourselves first of all. Hamish, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so my name is Hamish Galt. I'm 19 years old and I am going to be studying economics and geography at university, and I'm on this adventure because I've got a real thirst for adventure, for sure. And I also, I'm going into something where I'm really interested in, natural resources and where the planet is going. And I think MoJo Velo our project is really looking to investigate a continent which is in a stage of development and a crucial stage in its development, and it's a really exciting time to be going around and making the videos that we're making.
Absolutely awesome. Russell.
Hello, my name's Russell Galt. Thanks for having us. I'm also Scottish. I'm Hamish's brother, as you may have noticed. I'm an ecologist by training. I've worked in Cape Town for the last 5 years, and now I'm on this wild adventure with two great friends, and I'm not sure where I'll end up after Addis Ababa, which is our end point.
Okay, cool.
But I hope to be inspired along the way, and hopefully that will give me some sense of direction thereafter.
Well, Africa always has the tendency to do so.
Hi, I'm Stephen Bland. I'm 29 years old recently, and I'm not related to these two, but very close friends. And I used to work in environmental sustainability for the last 5 years or so, and I wanted to get out of that, but somehow stay related and get inspired by everyday stories. Spent a lot of time in the policy institutional world, and it became a bit dry and boring. So really looking to hear people's stories and get inspired by them.
Fantastic, which is exactly what you guys are doing. Traveling through Africa on bicycles to tell Africans stories. Tell us about your project, MoJo Velo.
Yeah, well, we're cycling about 14,000 kilometers, carrying all our gear on our bicycles, spending most of our time wild camping or spending time in campsites. And along the way, we're looking to make short, inspiring documentaries of the stories of the people we meet, particularly looking at environmental sustainability. So what are the inspiring, positive stories of people doing amazing things for their community or for their planet that maybe don't get a good airing in the mainstream press? A lot of the time we hear lots of negative stories, particularly on the African continent, about war and poverty, and what are people doing actually to make their own lives better and the lives of others better. That's what we want to capture on film, and to do so we're just using mobile phone technology. So it's pretty simple mobile phone documentary making, but we think we can produce high quality inspiring shorts from
Fantastic. And then when you travel through Africa and you find these incredibly inspiring stories, what are you going to do with the video?
Well, firstly, we're using iPhones, which have really fantastic inbuilt cameras, to make the documentaries, and then we're using iMovie to edit and produce them, and just uploading them on YouTube and our website, and also various social media platforms. But the aim is really just to promote the people and their initiatives as much as possible. So we've been trying to engage as many people on social media, and we have a couple of films in the pipeline at the moment that we're working on. I suppose the aim is that we will challenge the sometimes negative perceptions that people have of Africa, and rather celebrate the unsung heroes of sustainability and innovation. And yes, it's quite striking how much is actually taking place. Africa, of course, has a really vibrant second economy. This is the informal economy, and it seems to be driven by necessity, and necessity seems to be the mother of invention. And it's also been quite striking that there are so many women involved in this sector as well, or in this informal economy. So we're scoping the continent, getting in touch with various groups and networks, and trying to identify the sustainability stories that we can promote along the way.
Which is definitely not the perception that the West, for example, has, or the developed world has, of Africa. In terms of the perception, it's that Africa is far behind and falling asleep. Has your perception been challenged in your travels so far, Hamish?
Absolutely. We set out this goal of, as Russell has said, challenging these negative perceptions. And as I've spent my whole life in Scotland, and as a result I've also been brought up in that culture, and coming to Cape Town is Cape Town is very different from the rest of Africa, and I have to say I was quite. I thought, are we going to find it? I was kind of skeptical, but I obviously was very supportive of the idea. But as we left, I have to say, we have been overwhelmed by the number of projects and entrepreneurs who have got in touch with us and said, we're doing this, these people are doing that, you must go and film. They're inspiring, charismatic, incredible people making incredible products, and we've been overwhelmed. As I said, there are just too many to even.
If I may add, there's actually too much for us to cover. We're overwhelmed by how much there is, and we've had to be quite strict with ourselves in selecting which projects and which people to focus on.
And so now, how long have you guys been in Namibia for?
How long have we been in Namibia? 3 weeks?
At least. I think so.
At least.
Yeah.
Longer than we thought, actually.
A long time.
We can't get away.
Yeah.
We're having so much fun.
Namibia has been amazing. It's been great.
It's a dream to come to this country on a bicycle. Vast open spaces. The roads are not too bad. There are some sandy patches as we approach, where was it, Solitaire, Sausage that sort of area. But otherwise, the roads have been pretty good, and the traffic is almost non-existent. We've had no problems with cars, really. In fact, the cars which do pass are usually friendly tourists or farmers who wish to offer us food or water. So it's been a really positive experience for us. And also just the wilderness, to be immersed in the wilderness as we were for a couple of weeks at least, and waking up listening to the sounds of the animals and the birds, and
being visited by a hyena in the night was also
pretty
wild.
We had to donate our boerewors sausage, which we were really looking forward to our reluctantly and lobbed it into the bushes.
What are some of the highlights of Namibia? What have been some of the takeaways that you're going to remember forever?
I think, sorry, go on.
I will say, just firstly, that night with the hyena was certainly a huge highlight. I'll never forget being huddling around a dying fire without the opportunity to go and get more wood to relight it, with eyes, green eyes, sort of glinting across the horizon and circling our campsite. That was it was terrifying at the time, and I never thought I'd look back on it fondly. But my goodness, the next day we just felt, we all felt kind of vitalised, and it was exhilarating.
That appreciation for life, right?
Total appreciation. It's a feeling that Stephen alluded to, that we never actually feel anymore as humans. We've evolved to have this innate fear of other animals. We are not naturally top of the food chain, but to go back and have something predating on us was quite. It was not predating on us, but coming in it was quite scary. But
quite an experience. Beautiful.
So that, definitely the wildlife and the scenery. We went to Dead Flay, where the sand dune is cut off the old river supply, and the ancient acacia trees are still standing. So dry is the environment, and that's a really eerie kind of place with these gigantic sand dunes, amazing vistas, and we've passed through many landscapes like that, with really amazing open plains and animals surviving somehow, people surviving somehow, really incredible landscapes. I think that's something that stick in my mind from Namibia. And huge. What a big country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And some of your highlights?
Well, the nature has been spectacular. It's a country that's brimming with spectacular wildlife, and the people. I think people make a place, and Namibians have been extraordinarily kind to us.
Have you had some help along your way from Namibia?
A lot.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come and share with us, and we wish you so much luck on the rest of your journey. We hope that in the rest of Africa you get the same hospitality you've received here, and even more. Anything else you want to add there, Russell?
No.
Yeah.
Just thank you to you.
Thanks to you. Absolutely.
And it's a great pleasure. Cool. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Master Your Destiny on 99 FM.